do a full one very soon. Now, they pretty much have the same exact thing going on. 4K 60 on both, the same exact type of camera lenses, same exact LiDAR sensor as well. 4K at 60 on the front. I think the main thing to keep in mind is that the sensors on the 13 Pro Max are bigger, but I don't really get that vibe either. They're kind of the same thing, to be completely honest. And here's a big thing to keep in mind as well. In my opinion, I just don't see that big of a difference between these two cameras. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's a good thing because Apple's cameras are so good year after year. Now you do get a new mode. So you still get all these modes at the bottom. So panoramic mode, portrait mode, photo mode, video mode, but you also get this new cinematic mode on the new iPhone. And I've tested this before. I didn't think it's super crazy, but I actually do think it's starting to grow on me. And I do see some use case of why this is a really awesome feature. This is a bad example because it's not really cinematic mode, but I will, again, in my full comparison, I will go ahead and show you guys exactly what's going on here. Now with the iPhone 12 Pro Max, I mean, like I mentioned before, this is a solid camera for sure. I have very few things to hate on it. I think it's just a good camera. You have that ultra wide sensor, you can zoom out a lot, but you also have that, telephoto lens, you can zoom in a lot, and look how much you can zoom in. It is crazy. This is one of the best cameras out. It's definitely not perfect. I think Samsung cameras are really good too, but this is a very good camera. If you have a 12 Pro Max camera, going to the 13 Pro Max, there's really not that big of a difference, if any at all, besides cinematic mode. You're definitely getting a better camera on here, but this is still a very good sensor as well. Now, on the other hand, on the 13 Pro Max, I think everyone knows this. This is probably the best camera Apple has ever made. One thing I've noticed is that zooming in and out by using those sensors is a lot smoother. The ultra-wide sensor is really good. The telephoto lens is very good as well. You can zoom in a ton of any of these photos. But like I mentioned, the main difference I could see, the quality is almost identical. The main difference was that cinematic mode. For better or for worse, that was the main thing I was able to tell. So when it comes down to it, I think the 13 Pro Max camera is very, very good, but I still think the 12 Pro Max camera is literally right behind it. I genuinely don't think it's that big of a difference between the two. So that's pretty much